peeps, and welcome to a pickup video. As always, these videos tend to be a little bit long, so make sure you have a snack or a drink or put this on in the background while you're working on something. So I actually don't have quite as much as I normally do, but I have a few things that I have probably more to talk about this time than normal, so I expect the video is not going to be super short. This video is going to be a little bit GameCube heavy, which is very cool because if you guys may or may not know, I actually already have the full North American library of GameCube games. So the stuff that I'm looking for when it comes to GameCube is like kind of specialized, or just it's different from just like standard games. I also finally started collecting a subset of GameCube, which I was not doing before. But before we get to that, that'll be later in the video. We're going to start with Nintendo Switch. And Switch is the one console that I always get the most for because it's the current console. It's just the easiest to do. So I'm going to start with the big box collector's edition type stuff first, and then we'll move to the standard games. Now, the first few that I have here, these are opened complete copies that I only had factory sealed. So I got the opened copies here, and I have taken my sealed copies to the store to be sold. First one is Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2, the classic edition. Comes in the NES size box. I also have Panzer Dragoon, the classic edition. Comes in the like Sega Saturn case. And my copy was sealed, and I had never seen the inside, so I was wondering what it looked like. It is a regular Sega Saturn case. And if you guys don't know, Limited Run did reproduce Saturn cases, and they actually sold them just like in bulks if you needed replacements. So they took one of those, and then they used a little foam insert that just holds the normal copy of the game. Very cool packaging. I really like that one. Also, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. This is the Mega Edition. Comes with a little metal, like T-Rex coin thing. Very cool. And then, so those were all just opened copies, like I said. This one is a new release, though. Or maybe not new release, but new game I didn't have. That is the Genesis Noir, like big box special collector's thing here. This is from Serenity Forge, and I believe this was from their direct web store, but this was on clearance from, I want to say it was like $100 originally, and it was down to like 35 or 30, something like that. It might still be available by the time this video goes live, so if you're interested, I guess you could check that out. I thought that was a pretty cheap price. They had a few other things on sale as well. Probably something that you will see in this stack of Switch games here. So, first up, Yooka-Laylee. This is a cover variant, which I didn't realize. So I brought a few more Switch games home that I was just swapping out for sealed copies. A couple of those here that I have to show you, but Yooka-Laylee was one of them. And then I realized when I was, I was gonna grab the sealed one and put the complete one on the shelf, I was like, oh, these have two different cover arts. I didn't know that there was a variant. And I think according to price charting, they don't have a separate listing for a cover variant, so I'm not sure like what the deal is. Maybe one of them is just the standard limited run, one's the Best Buy cover, I don't know. But either way, I do have both of them now. And then these are the ones that I already had sealed and I swapped them, and that's No More Heroes 1 and 2. New game here, Vengeful Guardian Moonrider. Also another new one, Steel Assault. Another one that I had the collector's edition of this, but I didn't have the standard game, and that is Saturday Morning RPG. A couple random ones here, Trolls Remix Rescue and Animal Hospital. And then we have another cover variant here. This is Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator. It has a little sticker that says goodies inside. And we got this game originally at our store from distribution, but it did not have this cover. So this is also from Serenity Forge, so this must have been one of the ones that they ordered. I also didn't know this till just now, but this is limited 172 out of 500. That's kind of cool. We have Epic Chef. We already had this game sealed, just replacing it with a complete copy here. And then this is not a game, but this is a Luigi's Mansion 2 HD slipcover and reversible cover art. And this is a Double Jump video games exclusive. That is my store. If you guys do not know, And it's very difficult for any place to get a pre-order bonus, because typically the way that it works, Nintendo has a marketing budget that they allow stores to use to promote their game, and one of the things that they can do with that budget is produce a pre-order bonus. So if you buy a game from GameStop and you get a keychain, Nintendo didn't provide GameStop with that keychain. GameStop paid for that keychain to be made themselves to try to guarantee pre-orders from their business over places like Best Buy or Amazon. So what we did is, Nintendo obviously doesn't give us a marketing budget, so we just made our own pre-order bonus. This is not something that we are selling, so there's no issue there with like copyright and stuff. We are giving this away for free. It is something you get for free when you pre-order the game from us. This particular game is probably out by the time this video goes live, because it comes out in just a few days. But this is the pre-order bonus, the reversible cover art. And then the slip cover here that we made is going to be given away to 5 lucky people who pre-ordered the game from us. So everyone that pre-ordered the game is going to be entered into a little like raffle drawing. We're going to pick 5 winners. They will get not only the pre-order bonus that everyone's getting, but they will also get the slip cover. The reason we're not just doing slip covers for all of them is because it takes forever to print those, cut them, fold them, glue them. It's too much work, and we have like 75 pre-orders for that game. I couldn't imagine trying to make 75 slip covers. So, pretty cool stuff. We are also doing some sort of special cover bonus for the new Zelda game, and we're thinking about doing it for some other ones as well. So, if you love collecting weird stuff like that, even though it's not necessarily official, make sure you check out doublejumpvideogames.com, get your pre-orders in, and hopefully you guys enjoy. I think it's really fun to do. Moving on, we have Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. We have the standard version, and we have the Steelbook version. We also have Monster Hunter Stories Collection. All of these games are also like available at our store. Any of the new releases that you see, I'm just ordering an extra copy from our distributor when we order them. So all these new release games, you can also get those from Double Jump if you want. Next we have Super Mega Baseball 4. We have Kung Fury Street Rage Ultimate Edition. We have the Jurassic Park Classic Games Collection. Pretty awesome. Like seeing stuff like that. We have Sifu Vengeance Edition. This is in like a double-sized case. Looks like it has the game and like a really thick art book or manual or something. We have Potion Permit Complete Edition. This game came out a while ago, but the Complete Edition came out recently. We have Ghost Song. Slide Stars, very rare. And then we have Skater XL. I'm actually interested in trying this one out. I love the Tony Hawk games and I love Skate. Never played that one though. The last Switch game that I have is pretty expensive, and I only had the, I think, Special Reserve, like, Collector's Edition. So this is the regular version. This is limited. This is number 311 out of 8,500, and that is The Messenger. Also, my my Collector's Edition, I believe, was sealed, because I think I got it from Special Reserve, so got an opened one. Pretty awesome. Moving on, I do only have one Nintendo DS game to show you, and this one is also a little bit pricey. The game itself is very cheap. It's just this kind of like special edition that is expensive. That's Bakugan Battle Brawlers, but it comes in a big box with a little Bakugan toy. This one just so happens to be sealed. If I somehow ever find an opened copy that's complete with the toy, I will replace it, but, you know, getting something like this at all is the hard part, so I'm not too concerned about it actually being sealed, but still pretty cool. I have a bunch of other Bakugan games for DS, not for Battle Brawlers, but for Bakugan Defenders of the Core, that come in these big boxes with a figure, not like a Bakugan ball, but like just a little plastic figure. And I found them at Goodwill many, many years ago, and I think I have 11 or 12 different ones that all have a different figure. They were $4.99 each at Goodwill, so obviously I had to pick up one of each. I couldn't resist. But I didn't know that there was a special edition for this other Bakugan game until this one came into our store, so pretty cool stuff there. I guess, going back to Switch a little bit, I got these like Art of Rally stickers, which were included in my order from Serenity Forge. And then my Nintendo is what replaced Club Nintendo. So you can get points for purchasing games, playing games, doing challenges, stuff like that. You can use those points on the My Nintendo website to get some digital rewards, but also some physical rewards. And one of the things that they offer every now and then is a downloadable alternate cover art for a game that is intended for you to print at home. So I got access to basically all of the previous ones by trolling through Reddit. I was able to find a link to, I think it was a Google Drive, where people have like saved all of the digital printable stuff that Nintendo has put out. So for our store, we are printing out all of them, and then they're going to be available for purchase from our store. You're not paying for the art itself because it was a free download. What you're paying for is the ink, the paper, the time that we take to cut it out and make sure that it's high quality and all that. We're printing these on paper that is very similar to the original paper, as close as we could possibly get. Super high quality. And we're charging $1 a piece for the artwork. And if you want it to be put into an official Nintendo Switch case, so you get the case and the artwork so you can display it separately on the shelf, it's $2.99. So pretty cool thing that we're doing, but I had to grab a couple for myself, of course. So I got the alternate art for Mario RPG for the Nintendo Switch. And then we also have Xenoblade Chronicles 3. There are 3 different covers for that one. Oh, no, I dropped them. Can I reach? Yes. And then also the cover art for the Splatoon 2 DLC. There are a couple other ones that I will probably end up adding to my collection at some point. But most of them are for Octopath Traveler, Disgaea, Octopath 2, and just a lot of like RPGs and stuff. So I tried to just stick with the ones that either myself or my girlfriend Abby really care about. There are some other Xenoblade ones that she's probably going to want for Xenoblade 2. And there's obviously the Paper Mario one, which I already have. But there's some cool stuff, so you guys should check it out. Moving on, I have one DVD. This is a 2-disc collector's edition for Pokemon Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. Never seen this before. It's in like this weird, I don't know what you call these types of cases. It looks like it might be missing a booklet or something that would have been in here. These type of cases for CDs are called digipacks. I don't know if it's the same for this. But it's got that movie, and the other one is Pokemon, the Mastermind of Mirage Pokemon 10th Anniversary. Very weird. Never heard of either of these movies. I haven't seen most of the Pokemon movies. I've only seen a few, so I'm probably going to check that out at some point. Maybe I'll put it on one of the TVs here while I'm putting this stuff away after filming. I normally do that anyway, put on something. That would be a good thing to watch. Moving on, I got some Nintendo Power magazines, which I rarely add to my collection because I almost have the full set. I don't know exactly how many I'm missing, but it's less than 30. I know that. And I have 4 new ones here. These just so happen to be the 4 oldest issues I still needed. And that is 106, 107, 112, and 113. And these all are like fully complete with their posters and any other inserts or whatever comes in them. Very, very cool. I bought a big lot of Nintendo Powers from another store, and they got shipped in, and luckily those 4 were on my list. Now the oldest one I need is issue number 140, and in the collection that we got from that other store, they had up to 139, so almost one more that I needed. But I need issue number 140, issue number 166, and then I think it's over 200 for the rest of them. So getting very close to that complete set. And I am excited about that because that's going to be really, really awesome. Next up, I have a controller, and it is the Extreme Green N64 controller. Now, you might be saying, why do you have a loose N64 controller? I already have this controller complete in box, but if you remember in one of my most recent pickup videos, I actually got a Nintendo 64 console in box that is a Toys R Us exclusive that comes with this controller, and it was missing the controller. So now I have it, and that little set is a little bit more complete. Happy about that. I do have 3 Wii U games here, which I also have the full North American library for already. So these, again, are just games that I only had sealed, and I'm replacing those in my collection with opened copies. That is Shakedown Hawaii, Darksiders War Mastered Edition, and Axiom Verge Multiverse Edition. Very happy to get that one. Same with Shakedown Hawaii. Those are not very common games to find, and it seems like getting some of these games factory sealed can almost be easier. And obviously, I could just open a sealed copy, but the price difference for Axiom Verge is a lot, so I wouldn't want to just open my sealed copy when I could just wait for a complete one to come in like this, swap it out, I get to have the version of the game that I want in my collection, and my store gets a more expensive version now to sell. So, pretty cool, happy with that. Moving on, I have 3 Nintendo Wii games. We're kind of going backwards here. We went Switch, Wii U, now Wii. These are nothing special. These are just 3 Wii games that came into the store that I was like, huh, I don't recognize these, don't think I've really seen them before. Like I said, nothing too special. They just seem to be a little bit uncommon. But we have Yogi Bear, Rock Blast, which is probably pretty fun. I like puzzle games quite a bit. And then Our House Party. Just 3 games I haven't really seen before, and those are the type of games that I like to add to my collection when I see them. Moving on, let's go back a little bit more. Actually, you know what? We're going to end with GameCube, because that's what I think is the coolest stuff I have to show. So we're going to not go back and go from Wii to GameCube. We're going to go back to Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance, and then we'll finish off with the GameCube. So, for GBA, I got 1 cartridge for a box and manual that we already had, and that is Dragon Ball Z Taiketsu. So our copy is now complete. And then we have a big stack of games here. And actually, okay, so my mistake. There is no Game Boy Color or original Game Boy. It's all Game Boy Advance. I'm going to try to go with the kind of cheaper ones first. We have Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. And I believe with the addition of this one, we have all of Lord of the Rings games for GBA now. Then we have Spyro 2, Season of Flame. And then we have Super Dodgeball Advance. And then these ones were just a couple condition upgrades. So the first one is for Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls. So our copy had like some creasing and stuff on the box, and we got a small collection traded in, and this is one of the games that was included in there. So I brought it home and compared condition to my copy and picked out the best components to make this one to keep. The other one is at the store. Same with these two, Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku 1 and 2. And I believe in the very last pickup video that I uploaded, I got this one, and then another copy came into the store which was in better condition, so I had to upgrade it. Both of these are still missing the limited edition poster that's supposed to be included. I do not have those, but other than that, they are in there. Then we have SD Gundam Force. This one just came in. And then the last two, we have Dragon Ball Z Boo's Fury, which I think might have been the last Dragon Ball game we needed for GBA. There might be one more that I'm forgetting. And then, also, this one needs a cardboard insert. If somehow somebody watching has this particular cardboard insert, because it's not a regular one, please let me know. I would love to get it. I don't think I will ever get it separately. I'm probably going to have to get another complete copy at some point down the road and just, you know, take the insert out of that one. But that is WarioWare Twisted, which, if you guys don't know, you can see the little lenticular thing there kind of demonstrating. But this game has a gyro in it, so when you tilt it and stuff like that, it'll affect things in the game. And because of that, the cartridge is not shaped like a normal cartridge. It has this big part on the top, very similar to the Yoshi Topsy Turvy. I'm pretty sure they're the same size, but very, very cool. And actually, someone who watches our videos traveled up from California and traded that in along with the Dragon Ball games and the Final Fantasy, so shout out to you. So, lastly, finally moving on to GameCube, I have 2 condition upgrades. I have a very, very rare piece that I've been missing for one of my console bundles, and then I have 3 new games in a subset that I'm collecting, and we're going to start with those. And that is Player's Choice. So, I'm not really sure why I wasn't collecting Player's Choice for GameCube already, because I collect Player's Choice for Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Super Nintendo and 64, I collect the Nintendo Selects for the Wii and the Wii U. I have no idea why I did not start collecting Player's Choice GameCube until now. The only thing I can think is that maybe because it's a disc-based thing and Player's Choice is kind of like the greatest hits, because I don't collect greatest hits for PS1 or PS2, and I guess I just didn't do it for GameCube. I really don't know why. It doesn't make any sense, but I did finally start, and I have 3 games to add to my Player's Choice GameCube collection. That is Wario World, one of the original games that I owned as a kid and really, really loved. Also, another one I had, Mario Sunshine. 100%ed this game on the 3D Mario All-Stars, I believe last year for the first time. And then a game that I have actually never played, Kirby Air Ride. It's the Player's Choice, but it also has the bestseller badge. I don't know if all the Player's Choice ones have that or not, so if they don't, then I'll have to get one of the other ones as well. But there's the start of the Player's Choice collection. On to the consoles that were condition upgrades, and they go hand in hand. The first one is a normal Platinum GameCube. So my box was pretty rough. This one is very nice. As you can see, it doesn't have any creases or rips or anything like that. Very, very nice condition. Now, the only reason that I was able to upgrade that one was because I upgraded this other one. And this is the Mario Kart Double Dash bonus set. So, like I mentioned, this was just a condition upgrade. So I already had this, but my outer box was really, really rough. And we got this one in from a mail-in trade at our store, and the outer box was really, really nice. I'm trying to remember exactly how this went. Basically, I upgraded the outer box on this one. I think that so the outer box was really nice, so that was the condition upgrade. My original inner box was really nice, and the inner box on this one was also really nice. So this is a very nice complete copy where the inner box and the outer box are both super clean. They're not creased up or anything like that. And because my original one was also really nice, I was able to pull my standard Platinum box, because this box is inside the Mario Kart one. So I was able to pull mine off the shelf, which was really rough, and upgrade this one as well. So now I have an extra one of these, which has a kind of rough outer box and a kind of rough inner box, so that matches a little bit more, and I was able to upgrade condition on both of mine here at home, which I think is pretty cool. But that's not the special thing. This last item that I have to show you guys is very, very rare, extremely hard to find, especially separated from the console bundle that it comes with. And the only way this even happened is because when I got my original console bundle, the person that I got it from traded it in locally to our store, and he kept this piece of it because he wanted just to keep it so that he could wear it to conventions and stuff like that. I don't know if he did that or not, but that same person finally brought it back to trade in, and that is the Hanshin Tigers jersey for the Japanese exclusive Hanshin Tigers GameCube bundle. So this one here, as you can see and hear, it's in a clear plastic bag, which is how it comes, but I'm still missing one component, and there is a paper bag, like a paper carrying bag that has like the little braided paper handles, and it's got full color printing on the bag. That's the only thing that I'm now missing to have my Hanshin Tigers GameCube be fully complete. And you could make the argument that you don't really need the jersey and you don't need the bag because they don't come inside the console box. It was like a pre-order bonus type thing, or just like a little extra that was included. So the jersey doesn't actually go inside the console box. It was separate. So like I said, you could argue that you don't really need it, but I want it, obviously, as a completionist and as a person who has a full GameCube set. Stuff like this is extra special and really, really cool to collect. I do need that bag. Probably going to be impossible to find, but I'm happy to at least have the jersey because that is kind of like the main component of that. My console is up on the shelf here, which I didn't pull down to show you guys in this video, but if you haven't seen it, it's like black and white striped. Very, very cool, and it's a special edition console that's made after a Japanese baseball team. If you guys didn't know, baseball is hugely popular in Japan. Even American baseball is popular there, which is pretty cool. And so there are a few different like sport team special edition consoles that companies have made over the years in Japan. And this is one of them. Super cool. I'm looking at the box. It's black and white striped. The little emblem on the top that normally just has the GameCube logo has like the Hanshin Tigers logo instead. The controller is black, it looks like, and it's got some sort of emblem on it. It's a little far away, so it's hard to see, but very, very cool system. And you don't see black and white striped consoles like ever. I can't think of another one. It's super, super cool, super unique, and a very, very rare piece for a GameCube collection. So happy to have that, and I'm happy that the guy finally brought in the jersey. I didn't think he ever would. I was just like, well, I'll have this one without the jersey until maybe I'll get another one in the future that has a jersey and I can swap it out. Never expected to get the jersey by itself, and the fact that he kept it and then later brought it in, that's probably the only way that ever would have happened, right? So I'm super happy. So that's it for this pickup video, guys. Use the word Tiger in your comment. That'll tell me you watched all the way to the end for the Tiger jersey. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.